Haran Ramurthy Garu, National Vice President of Laghu Udyog Bharati. I request him to give his message today, and he will be specially telling about the difference between our Laghu Udyog Bharati and other associations.
Namaste to one and all. Good morning to all. Manniya Prakashji Bhai Sahab and all the dignitaries on the dais and off the dais. First of all, a hearty congratulations to the Guntur team for having inaugurated this unit today. I think most of all, congratulations to the entire Andhra team today. You know, it's been very nice to see so many people come on a Sunday. Today, all of us are in this list. And having an association meeting on a Sunday is always very difficult. But I think hats off to people like you who have come all the way. So it is really nice. I'm from Chennai, and I would like to speak a few minutes about the macro level. Why Laghu Udyog Bharati? Of course, you all know that it is an all India organization for the micro and small industries. Of course, in our industry, like our Ramchandra Prabhu said, he has mentioned, he had a beautiful speech. In fact, I went to his factory yesterday along with Yogesh, and we had to walk kilometers. I wouldn't say meters. We had to walk kilometers. It was a wonderful factory. I was very impressed with your German dye manufacturing unit. He had in Guntur, seeing that kind of a technology here is really fantastic. Hats off to you, sir. It's really very glad that I was able to see this. And see, in Laghu Udyog Bharati, we are all entrepreneurs. There is a reason why we are all coming together. If you see in our, the reason why I want to tell you this is, unless and until the members understand what is our vision and mission statement, only then we will all be able to, grow this organization. If you see our vision statement here, Rashtra Laghu Udyami, nation building through the development of small scale industries. Of course, we have two more sidelines here, Udyog Rashtra. So, development of industries again leads to the development of nation. I think you are all from different organizations and associations. So, we have district level associations, and we have product level associations, and we have state level associations. Each association has got a purpose. So you have for example, the district association takes care of all the industries with the district level, which only a district association can do. Again, if you come to the state level, all the state level issues, will be able to be addressed by the state level associations. But here in Laghu Udyog Bharati, I probably is the only organization which talks about Shrestha Bharata. That is the only difference. You compare any other association with Laghu Udyog Bharati, we are all our objectives of whatever we do in our activity, whether it is business or whether it is employment or what we do, give it back to the society or whatever it is, the primary objective in our mind will always be Shrestha Bharata. So which means we don't do anything which goes against our nation's interest. But having said this, how does this compare to our Hindu mythology? I would like to take a few minutes about this. See, you have in Sanskrit sloka, Sukhasya Moolam Artha. Sukham meaning well-being. The origin of well-being is Artha, which is Artha is nothing but money. All of us need money because we are all here working day in and day out only for money. But there is a second line to it, Arthasya Moolam Dharma. The ethics of the origin of Dharma is ethics. So which means even in our Hindu mythology, we have been talking about how to do our activities with more dharma in mind. So the basic concept of our organization, it is not just, we are all small scale industries. All of us used to start as a micro level, then we move to a small, then we move to a medium, like Ramchandra Garu said, we should all think big. That is one message which I see from him. But at the same time, all of us would have started in a very small level. at a very micro level. And so we put our own efforts, we put our own buddhi, we put our own shama. So all these things put together, but at the end of the day, all of us, are slightly different from corporates. See, we are all small scale industries where we put our money, whereas in corporates, it is they only work on ROI. That is what is my money put in, how much money I get back. So which is ROI. But in small scale industries, it is our money which we put. Suppose let's say we're not able to make a payment to a supplier, we somehow try to pledge our wife's jewels or whatever it is, and then we try to make the payment. So always it is our money. So we don't necessarily work only for profits. Profit is important. Profit is a byproduct. But beyond all that, we all come together for a different purpose, which is according to Laghu Udyog Bharati's vision, it's Rashtraddhara. Now, having said this, there are a lot of activities that we are doing, especially in Tamil Nadu, because I come from Tamil Nadu. So in Tamil Nadu, what we are, or rather what Andhra is today, we were 10 years before. Exactly the same level. In fact, when I joined the Udyog Bharati, I think there was only about 40 members. Suddenly they called me and said, "You are the president." I didn't know what it was, but I used to go through the same thing. But honestly, I'm telling you, I am not part of any other association. Even in my own district association also, I am not part of that because, I mean, according to my observation, a lot of politics are there in everywhere. But here, this is one organization where I don't see that at all. Absolutely clean and absolutely straightforward, and we have a very lovely hierarchy in the organization where each and every effort of each and every member leads to the Shrestha Bharatam. Now, there are a lot of benefits. See, again, at the end of the day, all of us come to a purpose only for getting some benefits from the organization. But before even saying that, I want to make only one small comment. Sir said, "What is the reason?" You asked, "What is the reason for the failure of many industries?" I have a different concept. I feel one of the major reasons for failure, of course, banks, of course, government policies are there. But beyond all that, I think one of the biggest reasons for failure is wrong succession plan. I think that is where I think most of the industries today are facing a very big challenge. How is that the next generation is going to come inside the business? I think most of us don't even think about it. The amount of efforts, amount of hard work that you all do, or rather we all do, we are not able to take it to the next generation. We are not able to convince them to come into the business. We are not able to, get them into saying that this is the right business for you to do it. Whereas when they go to other sectors like IT, they might get about 3 lakhs, 4 lakhs salary. But today you must be earning more than 15, 20 lakhs a month or a year. I mean, this is where we need to encourage our next generation to come into the business, take hold of the thing and take it to the next level. I think this is where I find, according to me, at least in Chennai or in Tamil Nadu, we find a lot of industrial estates. If you know number two, so many industries are closing because the next generation either is in America or in fact they are maybe they don't have the sons, the daughters are not interested. So that is where the whole thing comes. So that is a separate subject, which is my very favorite subject. Anyone who is more than 60 years old, I ask what is the next, who's going to take care? That is my first question. So now coming back to our activities. So everybody comes to an organization to understand why we are coming to Laghu Udyog Bharati and what is it different from other associations. I already told you the Shrestha Bharatam link, but other than that, we are very closely associated with the various ministries. Our organization was formed in the year 1994 by with the support of Sri Atal Biharji Vajpayee by one Mr. Vishwamitra Bihal. Because earlier the MSME was part of the Ministry of Heavy Industries. So it was only other than. So it was only Laghu Udyog Bharati which represented to the government and said that we need to have a separate ministry for MSME. So it was Laghu Udyog Bharati's instance that we got a separate ministry way back in 1994. Sorry, 2006 rather. And then subsequently, there are a lot of, like, for example, in many of the ministries, we have our own members who are the board members. Like, for example, our Om Prakash Ji Gupta is again a member in many departments. I represent the national board member in ESIC. And we have our Tamil Nadu General Secretary, Joint General Secretary, Sri Monasundaram Ji. He is a board member in MSME department. Of course, in MSME department today, I would like to convey to all of you, that we have 11 board members in representing various states across India. 11 board members. I mean, all these things are because of our Honorable Prakashji Baisa, because we has got a lot of, supports and link mechanisms with the government, and he is able to bring in, see again, why are they doing this? In RSS, why are they doing this? If we have a very deep thought process, things have to be cleansed in our country. 70 years of governance, has gone into a deep crisis. So unless and until you bring in this kind of churning of people, good thoughts coming inside, I think it will take at least another 3 decades for us to change completely. But is a process. It has to happen. Amritkal, exactly. So it is a process which is happening. So this is one of the good things that is happening. I will just quote two incidents, and I would like to end my speech because I don't want to take too much of your time. Two incidents which has happened in the last 3 months. All of you must be aware that in Chennai, especially in Ambattur estate, we had a huge flooding in December. And this happens every year. Every year for the last 20-25 years, there is one pond or area, you call it the area, which connects the Ambattur estate, and it has to go reach the next pond. Now here there is a canal where the railway line passes. The canal has to be expanded. It has to be this thing. So there is a continuous controversy between the state government, corporation, railways. None of these three people get together. There is an association called IMA, Ambattur Industrial Estate Manufacturing Association. So they have been continuously following this, but absolutely nothing happened. And again in 2023, December floods, all our Ambattur people like this, about 5-10 people, they came. They had no jobs because water was inside the factory. So they came to my office. Fortunately, in my office, we did not have much of flood. So they said, sir, what can we do? Every year we are having the same problem. Please do something. So the previous day, the state minister just came, did photograph, went off. That's all. So we wanted to sensitize this issue first. Because unless and until you sensitize certain things, because the state government also has to contribute in this. So we wanted to sensitize the issue. So I don't know if you all know about our state BJP leader, Mr. Annamalai. So we invited him to visit this Ambattur estate. He has got no role. He is not in the government. But still we wanted to sensitize the whole issue, because if Annamalai comes in and sees, then what are these guys doing? So we sensitized it. Then immediately we approached our Honorable Prakashji Baisa, and we said we wanted a meeting with the railway minister, because the issue has been pending for 25 years. And Prakashji Baisa, with his good support and commitment, immediately within 48 hours he gave us an appointment. And fortunately, the entire IMA team also was willing to come with us, and we were about 8 to 10 people. We went to Ashwiniji, and we represented to him the entire problem. What was the background, what was the history, everything. There is a man of class, IIT, IAM. He heard us about half an hour, and he did the entire thing, and he said, he looked at me, Hariharanji, please take this as salt. You will never have any more flooding in Ambattur estate because of the railway issue. This is something I am telling you, it is not because of, it's all because of the national team support. They gave us the immediate appointment, and the amount of, again, it is all representing with documents. See, again, the point here is not the connectivity or anything. Unless and until we represent with the right documents, we will not be able to get what we want. Because this government is willing to listen. This government is willing to work. The secretaries are also, willing to cooperate and do something. But as long as you are able to have a logical solution for the problem, immediately after that, the next week, a team of railway people came to the site. They inspected the whole area, and you won't believe me, 2 weeks back, just about 3 months, 2 weeks back, the groundbreaking ceremony has already happened. I mean, this is something which is phenomenal. And today, what has happened is, Laghu Udyog Bharati and IMA. See, today when a new association or organization comes in, there is always a sort of thought process. Why Laghu Udyog Bharati? What are they doing? I mean, those things keep happening. But honestly, I'm telling you to all of you, Laghu Udyog Bharati is one organization who would like to work in inclusive growth. What is your problem is my problem, because we are all part of MSME. If I do something, it is for MSME. If you do something, it's also for MSME. So it is all inclusive. This is one message which I want to give to all of you. Now, the next incident, which happened just last week, she does a lot of work for the defense sector. And through Jump Portal, she got a very big order, close to about almost 30 crores for 2 years. This is an order to be executed in 2 years for 30 crores. I'm not very full aware of the Jump Portal methodology, But I believe there is some fee that you have to pay for every order that you get upfront, which is about 0.5% of the value of business that you get, which is almost close to about 16-20 lakhs. And she immediately wrote back a letter saying that I don't have 60-20 lakhs with me. How can I pay? I said, I'm a small scale industry. You have to give me at least some 90 days time. And today we are in March end. This has happened last week. We are in March year end, and I cannot pay. She immediately sent a letter to the jump portal, and people said nothing doing. You have to pay, or else you will not be able to get this thing. And added to that, she was also not allowed to participate in the further tenderings. Because once you one project you are blocked, you are blocked for the other projects also. So she had some tendering to be done this week or maybe next 1 week later. So even that she was not able to do. So she immediately contacted me. I said, please approach our Om Prakash Ji Gupta, our Honorable Secretary and General Secretary. He in turn, immediately, I think they were all in a meeting in Nagpur. They had a Bytech in Nagpur and they were all extremely busy. In spite of that, they took the call and they linked it to one Mr. Janak Bhatia. Again, he's our big member in Delhi. He immediately called up Umaji and said, what is the problem? And she gave all the documents. Again, this is what is important. She gave him all the documents and immediately he called up the CEO of Jump Portal and said, this is the issue, this is the member. And again, the CEO immediately asked her to send a letter. She gave a very beautiful letter saying that this is, you're talking about Atmanirbhar, we're talking about defense projects, you want to stop imports, and if you don't allow companies like us to, do this, how is it going to help us? So she gave a very beautiful letter and, it went in, again with the support of our national team. The payment terms was changed from immediate to 90 days. I mean, this is something I've never heard of. I mean, these are all certain very, very things, and, she got the letter feedback, and again, she was allowed to participate in the tendering. In fact, I hear a lot of issues in Jump Portal which we didn't know that it could be solved like this. To be honest, it's a big support. So these are certain things that, when we join together, see, one of the biggest things I would say in Laghu Udyog Bharati today, we are almost reaching about 50,000 members. So 50,000 members, like many associations are there, I don't want to quote them, they will say they have 1 lakh members. But we ask them for the details.